My fiancée insisted I meet her ex-boyfriend at a downtown lounge to demonstrate that I wasn't possessive. For a solid hour, he ridiculed me while she laughed along. Then she beamed and declared, "Well done, you passed the test." I just kept a neutral smile and covered the entire bill. This morning, after letting 50-something missed calls pile up, I finally picked up. It wasn't her, it was him, her ex, sobbing uncontrollably. Turns out the whole loyalty test had actually been my trap to force him into admitting on tape that they never stopped hooking up. The entire twisted scenario began with one seemingly innocent suggestion from my fiancée, Amelia. About 10 days ago, she said, almost offhand, "I really need you to sit down with Leo, my ex. It matters to me that you show you're not the controlling type." With Amelia, everything boiled down to some kind of examination. I simply nodded and said sure, because the real examination belonged to me, and she had no clue she was the one about to fail catastrophically. Last night was the main event. We stepped into a moody, ridiculously expensive cocktail bar, and there he was, already posted up in a corner booth, Leo. He had that interchangeable, cocky vibe that guys who never grew out of their fraternity glory days tend to carry forever. He rose, wrapped Amelia in a hug that dragged on far too long, then offered me a handshake clearly designed to crush bones. I returned a calm, confident grip and sat down. I wasn't there to measure up. I was there to finish this. For the next 60 minutes, I absorbed it all. Leo spun tales about their wild past, dropping private jokes I had zero context for. He bragged about his flashy job, his brand new luxury car, the 5-star resort he'd just visited. It was a textbook clinic in backhanded one-upmanship. He mocked my whiskey choice, my jacket, my reserved nature. "Amelia always dated the loud, alpha types before you," he smirked. "Guess she's experimenting with the silent era now." Amelia laughed. Real, belly-deep laughter, the kind she never gave me. She touched his forearm, leaned in to catch every word above the music, and shot me glances that screamed, "This is what confidence actually looks like." I sat there, nodding politely, wearing the mild, slightly unsure smile she expected from the tolerant, modern fiancé. I never pushed back. I never raised my voice. I let them bask in their supposed dominance, convinced they held every card. When the hour finally dragged to a close, Amelia checked the time and announced brightly, "I'd call that a success." She explained that my jealousy was a serious red flag, that she couldn't build a future with someone who didn't trust her. Then she delivered the line I'd been engineering toward. "I think the only way forward is for you to meet Leo," she said. "You need to see we're just friends, and you need to prove you can handle it." I pretended to hesitate, sighed heavily, then reluctantly agreed. The snare snapped shut. The night of the so-called test, I came fully armed. Inside my jacket pocket sat a tiny, broadcast-quality voice recorder. In my shirt pocket was an elegant fountain pen, a client gift, that also housed a 4K camera with more than 2 hours of battery. Before heading out, I double-checked my accounts. As expected, the supplemental card I'd given Amelia for emergencies had been busy. A $2,000 designer purse, a full spa day with Jessica, a fancy dinner at a place we'd never gone together. She was getting careless, overconfident. More ammunition. At the bar, I let Leo's barrage roll over me like water. I needed him to see me as harmless, beneath notice. Halfway through his monologue, I leaned in, voice trembling with perfectly rehearsed vulnerability. "Look, man, I know this is weird, but I love Amelia and I trust her completely. She says you two are ancient history. I guess I just need to hear it from you, for my own peace of mind." It was like mainlining pure ego. He straightened, grinned at Amelia like a wolf, and she ate it up. Exactly the drama fix she craved. "Friends," Leo laughed, shooting her a conspiratorial look. "Sure, we're friends. Extremely good friends." I nodded like a chastened schoolboy. "You guys have a past. I respect that." "Past?" he scoffed, savoring every syllable. "Buddy, we're writing new chapters every week." He was too drunk on dominance to stop himself. "Where do you think she was last Tuesday when she told you she was at her sister's? Definitely not taking a baking class, I'll tell you that much." Amelia giggled behind her hand like a teenager. They thought they were destroying me. In reality, they were gift-wrapping their own destruction. I gave one final gentle push, voice cracking on cue. "So you're saying you're still sleeping together?" Leo leaned across the table, eyes gleaming, voice a smug whisper. Every single chance we get, pal. And she can't get enough. She keeps you around for the safe, boring stuff. She comes to me when she wants to feel alive. That was the money shot. Crystal clear confession in 4K video and pristine audio. I let them gloat a few more minutes. Then Amelia declared victory with her "you passed" line. My calm exit wasn't shock. It was the quiet satisfaction of a strategist watching the enemy march straight into the kill zone. Back home, I moved fast. First call, credit card company. Reported the supplemental card stolen. Disputed every recent charge as fraudulent. Card frozen instantly. Then I started boxing Amelia's life. 6 months of rent-free living had filled my closets. I showed no mercy. Dresses, heels, mountains of cosmetics. Everything went into cartons and trash bags. While packing, I dug deeper on Leo. Public professional profile, easy to find. High-level executive, listed as engaged to a woman named Clara. One more click and the jackpot. Clara's father was Richard Sterling, founder and CEO of the exact firm where Leo worked. Leo wasn't just cheating on his fiancée, he was cheating on the boss's daughter. Career suicide wrapped in a bow. A society page photo of Richard Sterling showed a man who looked like he ate steel for breakfast. Not the type to shrug off public humiliation. I edited the pen cam and audio into a tight 3-minute masterpiece. Leo's smug cruelty, Amelia's delighted laughter, and his explicit confession, all in glorious high definition. Uploaded to a private, password-protected link. Then drafted 2 emails. First to Clara. Subject line, regarding your fiancé Leo, something you deserve to know. Polite, sympathetic, explained the context, apologized for being the messenger, included the link and password. Second to Richard Sterling, colder, professional. Confidential, serious misconduct by one of your senior executives. Same link, same password. Hit send on both at 2:17 a.m. Finished stacking Amelia's boxes by the door, changed every digital lock code, and finally looked at my phone. 50+ missed calls, a scroll of text that went from confused, "Where did you go?" to angry, "This is ridiculous," to fake worried, "I'm actually scared, are you okay?" Classic gaslighting. I silenced the phone and slept like a baby for the first time in months. Woke up to an unknown number ringing. Let it go a few times, then curiosity won. Answered on speaker. A broken male voice, racked with sobs. "What the hell did you do to me?" Leo. I kept my tone ice calm. "To what do I owe the pleasure, Leo?" She saw it. Clara saw the video. Her father saw it. "You've destroyed my life." I let the silence stretch just long enough. "I'm not sure what you mean," I said evenly. "Last night you couldn't wait to brag about sleeping with my fiancé. I simply thought your fiancé and your CEO deserved the same VIP experience. You wanted an audience. I just upgraded the venue." He dissolved into screaming threats, then desperate begging. "Take it down. Call it a prank. Anything." I waited for a gap, then said, "You built this bed yourself, Leo. Enjoy the sheets." Hung up and blocked the number. The dominoes fell fast. By late morning, a local business site ran the headline. Sterling Corp parts ways with senior executive following personal misconduct allegations. Details scarce, but we all knew. Richard Sterling clearly wasn't in a forgiving mood. Leo was radioactive. Amelia showed up at the condo around noon, hammering the intercom. I ignored it. Calls, voicemails, emails, each more frantic. She was sorry. It was a mistake. Leo meant nothing. She loved only me. The test was dumb. She'd just been insecure. Please let her come home. I sent one reply email. Subject, your possessions. Amelia, everything you own is packed. A professional moving crew will deliver it to your parents' house this afternoon. The door codes are changed. We are finished. Further contact will be considered harassment. Attach the full video file, so there was no ambiguity. The moving company arrived at 2 p.m. sharp. I watched on the building camera as Amelia tried to block the crew, screaming that this was her home. Security, already briefed, stepped in, calmly explained trespassing laws and police involvement if she didn't stand aside. She crumbled, slid down the hallway wall, and watched strangers load 6 months of her life onto a truck. Her family tried next. Mother called first, all sugar and reason. "Sweetie," Amelia explained, "it's just a big misunderstanding." I interrupted gently. "I'll forward you the same clarification Amelia received. You can decide for yourself." Her father rang 10 minutes later, roaring about how I'd humiliated his little girl and how real men take care of their women. I let him finish, then said, "Sir, I'm about to send you a short video. After you watch it, we will have nothing left to discuss." Sent. Radio silence ever since. The movers confirmed delivery. One venomous text from her sister, "You're a monster." Instantly blocked. Leo vanished from every social platform. Clara posted a selfie on a plane with the caption, "New Horizons." Jessica, Amelia's ride-or-die best friend, sent a short email. She showed me the video. I had no idea. I'm so sorry for anything I ever said or did. Even her inner circle couldn't defend 4K evidence. I spent the weekend scrubbing the condo of any remaining trace of her. The place feels cavernous now, peaceful. The whole relationship had been an endless audition, a gauntlet of tests designed to prove I'd accept any disrespect. She wanted jealousy so she could wield it as a leash. She wanted weakness so she could feel powerful. She misread me completely. She thought she was examining a patient, loyal, slightly spineless fiancé. She never realized she'd been poking a man who saw every move on the chessboard and simply waited, patient, silent, for the perfect moment to deliver checkmate.